Men don't go on this kind of mission. And, well, Myers and I've talked, and we figure we're just horses with broken legs.
4.
You're good men.
3.
Good luck to you both.
2.
We've reached target, sir.
Sir, the B-2 has arrived. Sir, Stratcom now confirms the detonation of a megaton nuclear weapon in Baghdad.
Ladies and gentlemen, IBS satellites now confirm a gigantic explosion over Baghdad. We cannot clarify the nature of this explosion. However, our earliest indications seem to establish that, in fact, a nuclear weapon has been dropped on that Iraqi capital. This was just a few minutes ago.
Sir, it's absolutely incredible what's going on here.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, IBS satellites
are monitoring the activity over the Iraqi capital.
We do have a partial image from Baghdad that was cut off in mid-explosion. Here it is.
Echo Leader, status report secure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, IBS satellites have now latched on. Can we get the satellite images on the air?
Okay, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, these are indeed hostile warheads, Iraqi warheads that are in flight at this time.
These are warheads confirmed to have originated from the locations provided by the Iraqi spokesman, that is the Iraqi ambassador, Mr. Omari.
This fool is going to create a panic the world has never seen.
Here, and we're doing so in real time. Our nuclear expert, Daniel Golan, is on the line now, calling from our satellite surveillance center. Daniel.
Jerry, from our vantage point, it's clear that at least 22 missiles are in flight. Our trajectories indicate bombs targeting New York City, Pensacola, Washington, D.C., and NORAD in Colorado. There are several European cities targeted as well. Australia is also projected.
And do you have any estimate on the arrival of any of these weapons, Daniel?
Well, they've all been in flight for a while. Many of the weapons are Tomahawks. The one headed to NORAD appears to be a Lancelot.
We should, of course, point out that NORAD is within 40 miles of the president's current position.
Oh, okay, Jerry, we've just gotten word. A warhead has landed in Athens. It's landed on a small building, and there are not yet any casualty reports. But, Jerry, we can report no detonation. Of course, there will be casualties associated with the impact. Jerry, we now see there is no detonation of the bombs landing in Djibouti.
Well, this is remarkable. Daniel, give me a second while we go to Sylvia Charles in Tokyo. Sylvia.
Gerald, the bombs presumably headed for Tokyo have landed in the Sea of Japan. More importantly, another bomb has landed in the park in Hiroshima. There's no detonation. It's absolutely incredible, Jerry. We'll get back to you as soon as we can with more information on this situation.
Folks, you've just heard what I've heard, which appears to be an odd pattern in that many of these bombs did not detonate after having hit their target.
Okay, we are now getting word that the Lancelot missile fired from the...
No, how are we doing?
We're on in just a few, sir.
Okay.
How
are you? What are you going to say? I'm going to give it to him straight, I guess. What do you think? Take your tie.
Final look.
Emerson and his entourage are apparently safe.
Standing by right here.
The president, I'm told, will now address the nation exclusively here on IBS. Do we have that picture now? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, President Roosevelt once said, "We have nothing to fear but fear itself." By God, that is true. Fear is our nation's cancer. It sucks the marrow out of our economy and our national psyche. And fear is the dragon that every president must slay. At 1:47 a.m. Eastern Seaboard Time, a B-2 Spirit bomber on my launch code orders dropped a 100 megaton nuclear device on the Iraqi capital of Baghdad. Our aerial reports have confirmed a successful detonation and the destruction of that city. Nuclear weapons, 23 in total, were launched by Iraq simultaneous to our B-2 crossing their border. Our anti-ballistic missiles successfully destroyed 18 of those bombs. 5, however, landed on their targeted cities, one of which, a Lancelot missile, landed not too far from where I'm standing now. Not one of those 5 bombs detonated. I would like to now tell you why. Several decades ago, we began a ban on nuclear testing. In the early 90s, the United States created the teraflop computer, the most sophisticated simulator of nuclear detonation known to man. The efficiency of the teraflop, which can literally perform 1 trillion calculations per second, became the envy of the world. A few years ago, we began to sell nuclear weapons to Iraq. Our motivation was simple. The only way to stop Hussein from building a nuclear arsenal was to supply him with one. And we did. Through an emissary. The French government supplied Iraq with as many nuclear weapons as they would ever need and a teraflop computer to verify their efficiency. As some of you may have guessed, we sold them a bill of goods. Not one of the nuclear weapons we sold Iraq through the French government ever had the capacity to detonate, though the teraflop computer they received assured them that they would. Throughout modern history, it was believed the nuclear era de facto would last 2 days, from Hiroshima to Nagasaki. When the 5 member nations of the Security Council were confirmed to have nuclear arsenals, it was assumed they would never be used. The domino effect was simply too overwhelming. Deterrence was our global shield. Today, the United States sent a message to the world. If our national security is threatened, we have nuclear weapons, and we will use them. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I will make a significant announcement from the White House. Until then, I wish to express my eternal sorrow for all the lives lost today. God bless you, one and all, and God bless the United States of America.
We know the news of this evening is coming in at a frustratingly rapid rate. We will be sorting everything out as soon as the dust settles here. But
significant announcement. What's this?
That's it. It's over.
What's over?
Hussein